Good evening and welcome to episode 3 of the Goodfellas podcast.
The third one.
The numero tres.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Brayden.
And I'm Logan.
Hey. So, you should probably introduce your...
Oh, yeah. So last week I recommended Persona by Ingmar Bergman. 1966?
Fourth.
66. Oh God, it's 66.
I know. I just said a number.
Yeah, it was.
So all of us have different perspectives on Birdman. You've seen none.
Yeah.
That was your first?
You've only seen
I
Seven Seal.
I own the Seven
and I've seen
Seal.
a bunch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
you've
cool.
you've seen it quite a bit.
I've seen like 8, something like that. I don't know.
Do you have a list?
Yep.
Oh.
On my letterboxd. Anyway, you go first.
Yeah.
What did you
You
think?
go first.
No, you go first.
Save me for last. You go first.
Okay.
Go for it.
It was fucking awesome.
It was amazing.
It was an incredible film.
I waited till day of recording to watch it, so it's fresh in my mind.
I waited. Till
I guess
last
we all waited.
because we completely forgot.
Yeah.
Or I did at least.
You guys are idiots.
I thought today was Saturday.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Bergman is an interesting fellow.
Yeah.
A Swedish fellow.
Swedish.
I'm gonna read the synopsis off of Letterboxd because I don't know how to describe it. So I'm
You
just
know,
gonna-
in Sweden, it's a lot more common to have polyamorous relationships.
I mean,
I watched the first 2 episodes of the new scenes from a marriage today.
no way we're already breaking off into tangents.
Well, you're searching the
Well, it's
show.
also-
go. Yeah.
the old one's Bergman. Who directs this one?
Yeah.
Who directs this one? The new one.
I don't fucking... Some guy.
Is it Sweden?
Some nobody.
No.
Swedish?
It's not Swedish.
It's probably not a nobody.
It's Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain is the people.
I really
Is it
want.
good?
It's very. I really like it so far.
I really want to watch. the
Okay,
old
so
one.
Persona, 1966, apparently about a young nurse is put in charge of Elizabeth, as they call him in the movie.
Yeah.
An actress who is seemingly healthy in all respects, but will not talk. As they spend time together, Alma speaks to Elizabeth constantly, never receiving any answers. Alma eventually confesses her secrets to a seemingly sympathetic Elizabeth and finds that her own personality is being submerged into Elizabeth's persona. So that's apparently what it's about.
So is this movie like boring women Fight Club? Is that what this movie's like?
Did you watch it?
Yeah. Well, Is
Okay.
that what it's like?
So,
Yeah, I get it because yes, we can all establish that they're the same person.
yeah.
They are the exact same person.
Yeah.
With 2 different. So
Well-
yes, it's like Fight Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Right?
it's like two ends of the same
Like,
coin.
kind of?
Yeah.
The
Right?
Elizabeth is like Elizabeth.
I'm still a bit shaky on it.
Elizabeth is like Tyler Durden.
So I'll be honest. I had a really hard time connecting whatsoever to this film.
That's crazy.
I had a really hard time.
That's I actually understand that.
It is
Because
because
it like keeps a really far
Yeah.
distance with the viewer.
yeah.
A lot of Bergman's movies do that.
Yeah.
This is like I read a lot of the reviews and they're saying how it's kind of hard to follow, but
I didn't find it hard.
seeing what do you mean you?
I didn't find it hard to.
I did.
All right.
Yeah. So a lot of his movies are like really slow dramas.
Mm.
I was like, the farthest he's gone like surrealist was in Hour of the Wolf, which is such a good movie. So I was like, dude, if it's like Hour of the Wolf, I'm like hype as shit.
Is
right?
it is this one the best directed?
Director, I don't know, but like I think it's my favorite Bergman that I've seen.
Because there's the way how it opens up with the slides and shit, and then in the
That's
middle of the movie,
Yeah.
everything like burns
I
out
think
and
it's
then
like,
you redo
like
it.
right in the middle of the movie.
It
Literally
is,
in the middle.
and it is,
Yeah.
and then in the end, it's the same thing. It's
It's really
like the lamp dies on the camera at the very end,
Yeah.
and it shows it's like he tried to do the. Shit was
okay.
fire.
So, I wasn't expecting it to be this surreal. Like it pretty much completely delved into
It's like
straight
Swedish.
surrealism.
Yeah.
Like Swedish David Lynch. That's what I felt
And
like.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, I would say it's like
the psychological aspect, I eat that shit.
it's not really David Lynch though.
Well, just
Just surrealism.
the moment where the two scenes, like the beginning and the middle point, that reminded me a lot of David Lynch. I felt
That's
like
fair.
when shit just goes just fucking crazy, like in
Yeah.
2 seconds. It's like,
Yeah.
This is your favorite Birdman?
Yeah, I think so. At the beginning of the movie, it opens with like a kid,
Yeah.
right? Like a little boy.
Yeah.
And it's cut back to him at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Like, what was your interpretation? Do you have one?
Not really. Because it can be interpreted millions of different ways.
Cause that was like, what the fuck? Elizabeth, she had like she's talking about like kids or something, and like this responsibility
do you know if
of having a kid.
Bergman has talked to, because like David Lynch, he's like, my shit's just meant to be seen, and like you can interpret it however you want.
Yeah.
Do you know if Bergman's like that, or if does he have like a, do you know if he
I
has?
feel
a
like
rigid idea?
Bergman feels more mannered than David Lynch. David Lynch feels more like, I guess this movie isn't a very good example because this movie kind of feels like, especially in the beginning and shit, it's kind of like he's throwing shit at the wall
Yeah.
and seeing what's sticking.
Yeah.
I think, like, something like Hour of the Wolf, I feel like is more just like you interpret it
Right.
one way, kind of.
I think The Seventh Seal is a bigger movie, but I think this one is his highest rated movie.
Yeah, it has like 0.1 buyer rating on Letterboxd.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seventh Seal's crazy.
I saw the kid as like the weighing, like, pressures of having a kid, because they were talking about later in the movie, like, huge responsibility having a kid is, and then it opens with the kid and it ends with the kid, and it's like that.
I see where you get that, just because of
That's just my
was
first
it
watch.
I think it was Alma's picture, like the big blow up of Alma's face on the wall with the kid,
Yeah.
and it kind of makes it seem like it's in her head,
Yeah.
type of thing. That's
Yeah.
kinda
Like,
how
I feel like
interpret
that's
it.
just like the
Yeah.
weighing
yeah.
shit on their mind.
Can we talk about how much of a whore Alma was? Like, can we go there real quick? She had like some affairs.
Yeah.
She had an orgy with kids. Not kids. They were younger though.
Yeah, she a crazy bitch.
She was naked on a beach and shit. She was fine though.
Logan, what did you think?
So, I had a really, really hard time watching this movie. I actually kind of hated watching it.
Wow.
It's like, it's weird because it's a lot of what I really, really like in movies, but I just couldn't do it. I just like hated it.
What
Hated
was
watching
it that threw you
Like,
off?
there's one thing that this movie does that I hate with older movies, where it's just silent. There's a lot of like there's almost no background audio at any point in the movie.
Sometimes
See,
I fuck with that so hard. I love
I
that.
don't think I.
Noticed it?
Yeah. I don't
It's-
think I really agree though.
It's really
Because
present.
no, but like, if there's, I don't think like when there's supposed to be a sound effect, there is. I think there's just lots of silence because
But
that character just doesn't
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
I think there's no silence in scenes. It's because they're just sitting in one spot talking to each other.
Not
One person
really.
doesn't say anything.
well, but like it's just the it's almost
Entirely
only the
dialogue,
dialogue.
yeah.
Like and there's a lot of scenes where it's just the dialogue and there's no background noise at all. It's like pretty much silent.
With shit like that, I
literally did not even notice that.
But with shit
I
like
felt
that,
that.
I love that when two characters have a conversation, there's no other noise.
Yeah.
I feel that that's easier to get connected to. Like connect to that conversation more than if there were music in the background.
Well, it's like they're in a diner. There's just like diner noises type of. Like I
Yeah,
like when
it's-
there's some kind of background noise.
Yeah, but it feels surreal or realism at its best.
what?
What?
Realism
What
at
the
its best.
fuck are you on about?
What?
If there was realism, there'd be noise.
There
behind
would
it.
be noise.
You said there were diner noises.
No, I'm saying
He likes.
that's
it,
what I would
yeah.
like.
Oh.
But the thing, but they're in a secluded house. There's no like room
Yeah, I
for
know.
diner.
But
like,
there's a part where it's raining and it sounds like they're just like pouring like a little.
Yeah, I
Oh.
noticed that.
I didn't.
That was
I
one
didn't
thing I
notice
did
that.
notice, but I
Yeah.
didn't give a shit.
But for me, that really bugs me. I've learned that I really depend on sound design a lot for movies.
Yeah.
I feel that. There are some movies where the sound overpowers
Yeah.
a lot.
Like Nolan, which we'll talk about soon.
And that one movie, Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah.
The sound. Okay.
Okay. I think Persona felt like I was kind of in awe like the entire runtime because it felt so ahead of its time.
The acting was insane.
Also the editing.
Yeah.
Shout out to the editing.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, they edited the shit out of this movie.
Okay, here's a question
It
I'm
was
gonna ask
awesome.
before I forget.
Yeah.
It's not dumb. It's not a dumb question. Is it normal for directors to write their own things?
Like their own movies.
Yeah. Like it's
pretty
normal,
common.
but
It's pretty common, but it doesn't happen
a lot.
like a ton. No.
But all the big directors, they mostly
All
write-
the famous directors, most likely.
like Scorsese, he writes his own movies, right?
Yeah. With the assistance of some people usually.
Yeah. But with Birdman, he wrote all of his by himself.
I think so.
And I feel like I need to appreciate a movie more when it's written by one person and that person's the director. Like with some
It's also
Nolan
kind of
movies.
crazy because Birdman was pumping that shit out. Like he directed 71 movies.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
huge chunks of them are just like critically acclaimed. It's
But they're all
actually insane.
they're all feature, or I think 58 of them are like, I think I checked this morning, 58 of them are feature length.
That's still an insane amount.
It's
of movies.
crazy.
It's
Yeah.
he was just pumping that shit out in like the 60s and 50s.
Because is it P.T.A. that has a lot of shorts?
Spike Jonze also he has like 3 features and like 97 shorts. It's pretty
Yeah.
awesome. But yeah,
David Lynch also has a lot of shorts.
Oh yeah.
He fucks with the
Yeah.
shorts.
I think this movie's like a masterpiece.
You give it a 5.
I'd give it a 5.
I give it a
5 star.
9.5.
Jared was right.
Jared was right.
Jared was
I'm a pretentious scumbag.
Yeah.
I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I have to give it out of 10 because it's not a 9. It's a 9.5.
Yeah. I was debating, but I kind of just talked myself in this very moment to a 10 out of 10.
So, oh god, what do you give it?
I don't know. Because I can see that it's a good movie,
Yeah.
but I just didn't enjoy watching it.
Okay.
So it's like, how do I rate a movie?
so if you were surrealism, you're like very particular about, right?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think that might be what it is. Well, I feel like
You should check out like Seventh Seal and stuff because those are more
The Seventh Seal is great.
they're more like accessible, I'd say.
maybe, like I don't know. I don't know what it was exactly that I hated about this movie.
So
Because it's not bad. Like it's a really good movie.
You can acknowledge the
So I
fact
don't
that
know.
it is incredibly made.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. It's like,
but your personal out of 5 rating.
but my like
Or
for the first 45 minutes until the middle chunk where it went like
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, this should just be an audiobook, bro. Like it's just a fucking audiobook that I have to read. It's an audiobook that I have to read because it's in Swedish. If I understood Swedish, this movie would be a 5. I swear to God. It'd be a 5 if I could understand Swedish.
Okay.
but the
that normally
visuals,
doesn't-
the
I
incredible
didn't
visuals.
actually care about the visuals until the halfway point. And then I was like, okay, I'm into this.
The
now.
beat shots. Oh.
Yeah, the beat
The
shots.
beat
are
shots
sick.
were incredible.
Beat shots are sick. I will
Insane.
have to agree.
So what's
Every
your,
shot
But
is
there was
insane, kind of.
there were at the beginning there were a couple shots where it's just like a person against a gray wall. And it's like this is incredible cinematography.
Yeah.
It's a gray wall. I hated it. I wanted to die. I didn't like the gray wall. Okay, can I admit that I hated the gray wall? Is this allowed?
No, I like
All right.
I like gray walls.
Unlike last discussion, Demons,
Yeah.
that was like trying to be a mood, like an atmospheric
Yes.
mood piece thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think this captured like that dark.
What it
like,
needed to be.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
it captured it perfectly.
Yeah. So what's your rating?
Like, okay.
This is killing me. Like, are you aiming for like a 3.5 or a 4?
Probably. I probably give it 3.5.
Because
Not
you can
because-
acknowledge it's a great movie,
Yeah.
but you didn't like it.
I didn't connect with it, but I know that if I bet you at some point I'll come back to it and I'll love the shit
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'd like the Seventh Seal.
yeah.
That's when you'd
Well,
like.
unless the sound design, I didn't even notice.
I don't-
I don't even notice that shit.
I don't notice it unless it's.
Unless it's like
In-
really apparent. Like this is my go-to example. The first Lone Wolf and Cub movie. It's like a samurai.
Yeah.
That movie, there was no sound. I am serious. Like they could be like smashing gongs and you wouldn't hear. They wouldn't add the sound effect. It's actually crazy.
You know,
that was really distracting and it ruined me.
You know who's really good with sound?
Who? Oh,
Christopher Nolan.
are we already?
Can we please talk about
How
Christopher
far are we
Nolan?
into this?
Check it out. Check it out.
17 minutes.
Yeah,
that's good.
Hey, we can branch off.
Let's go. Let's branch off.
All right,
Okay.
let's call this segment.
Put on the screen.
The Christopher Nolan discussion.
Oh,
I like that.
that's smart. Yeah, I should come up with that.
Right off the
Okay,
dome.
so
Wait. Okay, let me start by saying Christopher Nolan is in my top 5 best directors.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not real.
that's
No,
not
it is.
true.
It is true. It's true. It's
Okay,
true.
okay.
It's true.
Okay, there's a review for one of the Nolan movies where you said that he was underrated. Were you talking about the movie or
The
Christopher
movie.
Nolan?
The movie.
Okay, because you said it's underrated for sure, or you said I like Christopher Nolan, underrated for sure, or something like that. And I was like, no way are you calling Nolan underrated.
No, the movie. I think it was The Prestige.
Yeah.
Or
But you
Insomnia.
can't call
It might be Insomnia.
But he has an average for me on my stats. He has an average 4.3, and I'm done. So he is a 4.3 star
Wow.
director.
Wow. I haven't gotten a 5-star from Nolan. I can't give any of his movies 5 stars.
You watched Interstellar. You gave it a 4.5. Is that
Yeah,
a
we'll
9
talk
or a
about
9.5?
That's I don't know. It's in there. It's in that.
Okay.
range. So, the only Nolan movie I have at 5 is The Dark Knight because I'm
Which is
Batman
an obvious.
biased.
It's an obvious.
I'm definitely Batman biased though. Like I love that guy. What
Yeah.
a cool dude.
You
So-
have it at a 4.5,
I
right?
have it at 4.5. I think
Which
it's
is
like
fair.
it's really overrated.
Yeah.
People are calling it the fucking greatest thing ever. It is not. Okay?
It's the best.
Get it through your head. Dark Knight is not the fucking.
No,
best
it's the
movie.
best superhero movie of all time. There's no competition.
There's a couple.
What's the competition?
I think Into the Spider-Verse is an
Yeah.
insane
Yeah.
movie.
I think
Okay, yeah, but that's
I think I like
And then-
that movie more.
and then I'm also
No.
Wolverine
Do I?
biased.
Same.
Logan.
I'm
The,
Wolverine
the,
biased,
the movie Logan.
but I
Logan.
love Logan. Like,
I think
love that
Dark
shit.
Knight's better than Logan, but I
Yes.
think it's
Yeah.
under.
I have 2 Nolan movies that are 5.
I think Nolan has a crazy cult following of like he is literal God. He is Jesus, like Brayden just said.
Because
So-
he's crazy.
No.
So Interstellar's a 5 for me, and it's crazy that you don't think so. You give it a 4, right?
Yeah.
Too low.
I think I give it 4.5. 8.5 out of 10. I think it's
So on the verge of
8.5
being.
or an 8.
Yeah.
I think it's an 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's it's probably a 9.
See, the issue I have with Interstellar,
Yeah.
All right.
literal first 2 hours and 20 minutes. I am in awe. Okay.
Yeah.
I am blown away.
Yes. Yes.
I am creaming myself
Yes.
at the movie. And then the last 20 minutes happen.
Yeah.
And I want to die.
I don't understand people's
Because
problem
the
with
ending,
the ending.
is really dumb.
Well, I kind of like the ending, but one of the things we're gonna bring up our boy Jared, right? In his review,
Shout out to Jared.
he says that it's super sciencey up until it gets then, and it's like fantasy. But the whole movie, none of the science makes any sense.
Exactly.
Like the whole thing is a fantasy.
Yeah.
It's a different universe. They're in the 2067 cyberpunk world. Like so literally, that's the year. It's 2067, I think.
When?
And
Sorry.
so there's like, it's just a different universe. And so
Yeah.
I think it doesn't do a great job of preparing you that, oh yeah, we're just gonna fucking throw all this crazy shit at you. At the end.
When
Also, I think the
but-
last 20 minutes are completely unnecessary. Because I think it just should have ended with him drifting off into space, right?
But then doesn't.
And then he keeps going and falls through like
Yeah.
bookcases and shit. Like it's
Before-
so dumb.
But
dude.
before Interstellar, what Nolan movies did you see?
I think like all of them.
Okay, well when you
Because
watch
Tenet wasn't
Interstellar,
released yet.
When
Oh
you-
yeah, I haven't seen Insomnia.
Insomnia is insane. But watching Interstellar, knowing what Nolan does with Prestige and.
Yeah, but he doesn't do that. He doesn't like go into like the.
Do you remember the end?
Seventh
Do you
dimension.
remember the end of Prestige?
No, I don't really like that movie.
It's fucking amazing. So
I haven't seen it
in
since
the
I had
end,
Taste.
in
Or
the
I
end,
saw it before I had Taste.
in the end of Prestige, Nolan hits you with your brain is gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
And you see these doubles of all these people are dying, and all these people, right? So knowing that,
but he doesn't fall through staircases or bookcases, and like turns out he's the ghost that his daughter is seeing.
So I mean that's obviously the weakest part of the movie.
Okay, is that why you
Yes.
refrained from giving it 5 stars?
okay, so
I think.
let's not talk about the end, but let's talk about the 2 hours and 20 minutes of perfect cinematography,
Yeah.
insane colors.
Yeah, but then he fumbled it at the end. Like you can't give it I wouldn't give it a 5, because I didn't hate the ending, but it was like like a weird taste in my mouth when I watch it, you know.
Yeah.
And then I got used to it. It's like this isn't terrible,
But see, with me,
but it was a bit weird.
with Nolan movies, I'll watch it and I'll sit up and I'll be intrigued the whole time.
Right.
And then when the end is coming, I'm standing up. I'm in awe. I'm ready.
Yeah, that usually happens with me with him, but for that movie, I sat down and was flaccid. So.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
bad.
Your
So-
take on Tenet was also pretty bad.
My
2.5.
take on Tenet? I think it's a shit movie. Honestly, it's terrible. It's kind of terrible.
But the visuals are nice.
So
The
and that's
visuals
the
are
only
insane.
okay. The thing with, I don't hate Nolan. I think he's pretty perfectly rated, as far as like where his place is. Except for all the people that think he's God, but there's like every director has
Yeah.
people that think they're
Stands,
God, right?
yeah.
Stands. So, what I don't like about Nolan is that he commits, especially with Tenet, he commits 100% into the concept and the visuals, and the story is literally I swear to God, I swear to God, there's like a cabinet somewhere with templates of movies, and he took action movie template and then replaced whatever the big bad is with the word Tenet, and then was like, yeah, this is good. Now we'll do the visuals.
Yeah, but I feel
Because
like yeah,
there's not one character is a character. None of them are characters.
Isn't the main character even called like the protagonist?
He's called the protagonist. And it's like
See, like, go segue into my experience with Inception.
right.
The concept of that movie is, and the execution of that concept is pretty flawless.
It
Yeah.
is.
But on a story level, it's kind of dog shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's exactly how I feel.
I gave Inception's my
but
third
I,
favorite.
like, from the way you're describing Tenet, I haven't seen Tenet. From the way you're describing Tenet, it's like even lower.
It's like
Because
Yeah.
at least Leonardo DiCaprio, he had like a motive.
yeah, but the main I actually don't think the main character has any. Maybe does he have like a kid or something?
no, he's nothing.
No, he's nothing. He's not a character. He's just a vehicle for the plot.
Mm.
Every single line of dialogue is a vehicle to show the concept.
Okay, so let's say the protagonist
Yeah.
character had more character
Yeah, and that's why Interstellar is my favorite.
because he had character.
Because there is enough character, and I think that movie plays in to a lot of the like strengths and weaknesses of Nolan, and is like sort of the perfect Nolan movie that he should do. You know, like,
Yeah.
I also
it's
think
not-
the sound design,
yes,
especially for that story, I
Which
think
one?
it works.
For
It works.
Interstellar?
it works
there.
so good.
So
And Tenet, I watched it in the theaters when it came out, and the vibration is so brutal. Like it was actually my review, my first Tenet review
Oh,
was like the vibration was so
it was
bad
probably
Yeah,
not another
that it
thing.
knocked the earwax out of my ear and blocked out my ear.
Oh, okay.
Interstellar, when they get off the first planet.
Yeah.
One, I want to say the sound design on that is insane because you hear the ticking in the background, and that's a
Yeah.
whole day. So when
Like I said, the first
Yes.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
So
is
when they get
10.
off that planet, and they're back in the ship, and what the fuck is his name? And Cooper, right? Coop, right?
Yeah.
He's sitting there watching the videos.
Yeah.
Of his kids growing up.
And he's crying. The memes of that are really funny.
great.
Phenomenal acting.
No, yeah. The first
We're not denying that.
the first 2.5
No, I know.
hours are really amazingly just insane.
Yeah.
It's just on such a higher level, but then he just sort of fumbles the end.
Have you seen Memento?
I have, but I saw it a really long time ago.
Memento's your favorite, right? Nolan movie?
No, I don't know. I need to rewatch it because I need to rewatch.
No, because it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But
I think it's good.
But that's a movie where the ending is executed perfectly.
Yeah.
It's the perfect ending.
Yeah.
That's a great Nolan one.
Have you seen Insomnia?
Well, that's because Memento was before he really developed. That was before he had a budget to
Yeah.
To go
exploit.
stupid.
Yeah.
I think that he's got a lot of trademarks that just only make his movies worse.
Mm.
I think that the sound design, everything but Interstellar, which also we all gotta admit, Hans Zimmer is a god from another
Of
planet.
course.
Yeah.
Because that's just so good. And then Dune, the Dune soundtrack is crazy. Where there's a song where it goes or something.
Okay.
It's great.
Doing Lady Gaga.
I love Dune, by the way.
You give it
Blade
5.
Runner 2049 soundtrack makes me.
Yup.
Oh,
It's so good. Hans Zimmer might be
he's great.
the fifth dimensional character from Interstellar.
He was the ghost all along.
Yeah.
He was knocking the book off. What's your favorite one? Is it Dark Knight?
What?
Nolan?
No.
Yeah.
Interstellar and The Dark Knight are literally tied for first. But they're the only 5 stars I've given him.
So what's your least favorite Nolan?
Tenet, obviously.
Yeah.
Mine is. Well,
What are you guys' thoughts on Dunkirk?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, so here's the thing with
I don't
Dunkirk.
think you would like it.
Here's the thing with Dunkirk is the first time I watched it, the only time I watched it, it was before I had taste, and I was bored out of my mind.
See, I don't know how you could be bored because it's constant action. It's you're as the viewer, you're being constantly bombarded. With shit.
When I watched Dunkirk, I just watched Fury, and another World War II movie. So watching 2 amazing war movies, Dunkirk seemed a bit slow.
Is it in focus? Yes.
Oh yeah.
So Batman.
I think Well, it looks like it was.
Batman Begins is the lowest feature length film on my Christopher Nolan list,
Yeah. I remember the action.
but it's still not bad.
I remember the action in Batman Begins being really bad.
No, L. All 3 of those movies.
Because he wasn't an action director before Batman Begins, so I just remember the action in that movie being really bad.
Did you watch? You didn't even watch The Dark Knight Rises, right?
I have not seen The Dark Knight Rises.
It's still fucking prime.
When did you watch Batman Begins?
Oh god, that was a long time.
I watched the trilogy one after another 2 months ago.
Did you see them before that?
Yeah, but not
Right.
like that. And I didn't really remember much besides The Dark Knight. But I've seen The Dark Knight plenty of times.
Yeah.
I should rewatch the trilogy.
Because The
and
Dark
watch
Knight,
Dark Knight
The
Rises.
Dark Knight by itself, with no first movie or third movie, it's still a fucking 5.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's great standalone.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It is certainly overrated.
Batman-
No, I'm still giving it 5 personally.
Batman Begins is the lowest, but they're all. It goes Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins, but Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises are still 4 stars. Nolan's incredible, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Nah.
I think he's a really good director. Wow, I can't speak. You hold him to such a high regard.
Yeah.
He's just not there for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
fair.
think
That's
he's
fair. I
a-
respect
I think
that.
he's a great director.
I respect that.
But you know who I think is there?
No. Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
The Paul Thomas Anderson discussion.
Oh!
That was another one.
Yep. Straight from the dome.
Okay, I'm gonna start and say I've only seen 4 of his movies.
Right.
I've seen all of them.
I'm brand new to him. When did I start? Last week?
Have you been watching chronologically?
Order of release, yeah.
Right.
When does Licorice Pizza drop?
26th.
of this month.
Really?
Yeah.
That? Oh my. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
my.
shit. I actually have to finish it.
You gotta
so we
get-
can
you
all
gotta
go see it
grind that
together.
shit. Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll
We
get it
are we
done.
gonna all see it together?
Oh,
want to?
should we try? Okay.
We should.
Should we all try to watch this Friday? The Cowboy Bebop live action comes out. Should we all try to watch at least
comes
one
out-
episode
That comes out this.
Yeah.
this
Friday.
Friday? We should try to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. of
I'm
course.
down.
I'm gonna finish. I'm
I'm
try
gonna
to
watch
finish
the
it.
whole thing.
I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, we gotta watch the whole thing. That'll be an aside, like a.
But they
Another
also
discussion.
put Cowboy Bebop, the anime, on
Yeah.
Netflix, and I'm rewatching it
They
again.
We
have
should
the anime
all
on
watch.
Netflix?
We should watch Licorice Pizza. All three of us.
Yeah,
Okay, you guys just gotta.
I
yeah.
can get the tickets.
Bet.
I'll
Okay.
grind. I'll go crazy.
Okay.
Okay, but
Sounds
that means I gotta finish.
Yeah,
You don't have to.
you don't have to.
No, because I'm committed to watching the
Well,
movie.
how many? You got 8 right now, or 7?
10, 9,
9. You got
9.
9. Is
9.
Licorice
But I'm not gonna watch that one movie.
Inherent
Jun
Vice?
Nun?
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't
What
think I'm gonna
movie?
watch that one.
Junun. It's like a documentary.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really give a
I ain't
shit.
never heard of that.
I don't give a shit either.
So, let's talk about our favorite PTA movies.
Yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson is one of my favorite directors of all time.
That's fair.
Same.
Yeah,
Easily.
Same.
he's on route to being
When you
there.
yeah. Wait, how did you look at your like average rating?
I got
He has
pro.
pro. He paid. He
Can
paid.
you look at mine? Is that
Nah.
possible?
Nah, because you don't got pro.
Cringe.
I'm not. There's
So, yeah.
no way in hell I'm paying for pro.
No, yeah.
No, it's actually
But
one
you
of the
can
best things ever. It makes
calculate
my
that.
autism easy.
I'm not calculating.
I'm curious. Well, I know that I'm pretty sure Wes Anderson is my highest average.
Yeah,
Really?
All of his shit like
Because I have
insane.
Most of them at 5 stars. Actually.
So for my highest rated, Kubrick's first out of 4.9. Well, because I've only seen 4 of his movies, and I started 2001 and I turned
Yeah.
it off.
Damn.
I wasn't in the right
He was
mindset.
bored
I
with
was
the monkeys.
bored out of my mind.
How
The
can you be bored
monkeys?
with the monkeys?
The Monkeys, unironically, my favorite part.
I've seen 9 Kurosawa films. He's at a 4.7. Fincher's at a 4.6. Tarantino's at a 4.4. Nolan at a 4.3. Scorsese's at a 4.2. Who were we just talking about? P.T.A. I haven't seen enough for him to be up there. But well, Hard 8 is really bringing down his average because
So I've seen.
Well, Hard Eight's great though.
it is. It's still great, but my average is gonna be fucked because I think the rest of the movies are just going up.
Yeah.
So Punch Drunk Love is the best PTA movie,
In your opinion.
in my opinion.
I'm a classic There Will Be Blood guy.
That's next. I'll watch that tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, your
But that's
favorite,
not
though.
chronological then.
Yeah, it is. Retard.
What, he took
Whoa.
that much of a break?
From
2002 to 2008? Wow.
Yeah, because if we go here, 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 we go here.
Shut up, dog.
Wow, he took a really long break.
Wow.
2002 and then
Wow, he took
2007.
And then a 4-year break between Master and that. Holy shit, man.
When was his last? 2017. So yeah, he takes breaks.
He does take breaks. 2021.
He got quality, not quantity.
True.
Did you watch Inherent Vice?
I've not. I have seen 6 of. I've
It's his
seen
worst movie.
You say that, but I really like Joaquin Phoenix.
The Master's really good. I really like the Master.
Before I went into PTA, I had the opinion that I didn't like Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Damn.
But now that
What
I've
is-
seen,
What the hell is he even in though? Like seriously, that's not PTA. That's like a worthwhile role.
he's
you know,
he's in.
Like all of them.
he's in like a million tiny roles, and he's amazing in every single one.
Yeah, he's
but-
like one of my favorite actors.
He's me too.
But things like The Big Lebowski, I'm not excited to see, because
He's a small role in that. But Big Lebowski slaps, so.
Yeah.
Wait, let me
Cringe.
see. Philip. I've seen.
he's in Almost Famous as who?
Yeah, he's the.
Oh, he's in what's that? Oh, God.
Oh yeah, he's Lester. That's right. Yeah.
He's also in what's that movie called?
Yeah.
What movie?
No, for sure.
Wait, shit.
Yeah, I got you.
Anything he.
Can you shut up?
Anyway,
No, but he was great in.
Before the Devil Knows You're Dead.
I haven't seen it.
That's a great movie.
I love Ethan Hawke. I didn't know that
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke was cool as hell.
Yeah, me neither. Because I've only seen him in like his kind of lame
Yeah.
movies. He's
He's so cool.
Isn't Ethan Hawke in?
You have to see First Reformed. That's
Yeah,
like
I
his
will.
best.
Isn't he in
performance.
Sinister? He's the guy in Sinister or no?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
he's really cool.
But isn't he also in the Before trilogy?
Yes. That's why. That's when I realized
yeah,
he's cool
yeah,
as hell.
that's the same. That, before Sunrise, I like,
I
whoa.
was like, what the hell?
What happened here?
So-
This guy's awesome.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, even though he had a tiny role in Punch Drunk Love,
Yeah.
it was a phenomenal role.
He's so good.
It was crazy.
in
yeah.
P.T.A. movies, he's usually like a comedic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Silver Magnolia.
But
Yeah.
the interaction between Barry and the D&D mattress character
Yeah.
is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's so good.
And he tries to get pudding to get like.
Miles.
Yeah. Great.
I cried. I cried watching that movie.
I feel that.
But it was at a weird part because, so, I got issues, right? So mixing with Barry's issues, I had 7 panic attacks watching that movie because of the sound. Because the sound is constant,
Right.
and then watching Barry freak out and do all these things, I'm out of it. I had to stop watching 3 times.
Yeah.
And then when he goes to Hawaii, and he sees Lad, and they kiss, there I'm like,
I had a
Yes,
short movie called Sarah.
you did?
I had a short movie like I wrote
Okay.
called Sarah, and it was right after I'd seen
yeah.
Punch Drunk Love,
Yeah.
and it's pretty much just Punch Drunk Love without the romance, but the romance is replaced with a duck. So Sam's character shoots a duck, and you're Barry, and I'm.
Wait, are we
Philip Seymour
making
Hoffman.
this?
It was an idea. We could.
I would
know-
love
I
to
don't
do
be
that.
able to.
My dad will be able to.
Oh, yeah, you're big.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like we did the scene. I basically just put word for word the scene where we're yelling at each other. But yeah, no, it's so fun.
But-
No, I want to bring Sam on for a movie that he can talk about.
That's the
I
thing,
don't-
because he told me to my face, he's like, can you guys pick a good movie?
Yeah.
Because he only watches gangsta and mob
I wish-
shit.
I wish he hadn't seen American Psycho, and then I would have recommended that.
But I've seen it.
And I've seen
And I've
it.
seen it. It would have just been to talk. We can talk about American Psycho.
Yeah.
American Psycho is such
Well,
a
okay,
good
can
movie.
It's a
Can we-
Sam movie.
Oh my god.
Just bring it.
He is Norman Bates.
Norman
What's his
Bates.
name?
Patrick Bateman.
Patrick Bates.
Patrick Bateman.
Norman Bates.
Hip to be cool.
Yeah,
He is him though.
he really is. It's really cool.
Okay.
Where
The
we at?
Master. Joaquin Phoenix and Philip Seymour Hoffman in that movie.
Joaquin Phoenix is in it? In The Master?
He's the main character.
No.
He's literally the main character.
Literally.
In The
main
Master?
character. Yeah. I thought.
Yes.
Look at the images.
Oh, okay, well now I'm more excited to watch it.
Oh, it's really good.
Two
It's
of
also-
the best performances I've ever seen.
Maybe in the universe.
Maybe.
It's so
No,
good.
literally, they
Right.
are like the 2 best performances I've ever seen in my
And
life.
there's some of my favorite actors ever.
Yeah. The scene where
It's crazy.
I won't spoil anything, but the scene where he can't blink.
Oh. Yeah,
When's that one? Oh, after There Will Be
Yeah.
Blood.
After There Will Be Blood.
they're very similar. I feel those two.
Well, I thought
Well,
like
in style,
in
but,
style.
I thought
but
there
not
were-
at all in
That's
the story.
that's what I mean.
yeah, but There Will Be
Well,
Blood.
they
I think
feel-
okay. There Will Be Blood marked the shift in PTA's
Yes.
career. Like
but I like what he's doing.
There Will Be Blood. He
before that.
starts.
Me too.
There Will Be Blood.
Me too.
Before There Will Be Blood, he's like more Scorsese influenced, I'd say. After There Will Be Blood, he like adopts into his own like more mature,
It's like yeah.
slower paced.
Okay, but I
But
love
it's
what
still-
he's doing now.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
like with
but
Boogie Nights, Magnolia, and
Yeah,
Heart 8 and shit.
And
But-
Licorice Pizza looks like it'll be.
it's
back
like a
to
call,
that.
it's gonna be a callback. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Because what else do I got? There's Phantom Thread.
Phantom Thread.
That one looks weird. Like it doesn't look like a PTA.
That's his probably like least accessible movie, I'd say. Like that's the one That's the one I was hardest. Wow,
You still gave it a 4 though.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's really great, but like it's the hardest to get into. There we go. Oh my
You're
god.
so dumb.
No, it looks
You
good.
know
though.
that that's his son, right? Hoffman's son.
That's Philip Seymour Hoffman's son.
It looks like him.
Yeah.
Cooper Hoffman.
I hope he's good.
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper. Oh, Bradley Cooper's great. I fucking love Bradley Cooper. Can we talk about John C. Reilly's performances in the PTA films?
Yeah.
In Boogie Nights. He's
Okay.
In Boogie Nights, he is great.
Let's talk about.
So, okay, let's start with Heart 8.
Yeah.
You want to go
great. For
first?
me, in Hard 8, he was a bit shifty. Like, his performance is like,
Yeah, I feel that.
like, you know, like some parts he was good, some parts he was like, You could tell he was like a less experienced actor then.
So what happened with me is with the opening scene where he finds him at the diner, sitting out front. I thought the acting there was awful. John C. Reilly's acting there, but I get it. But
Philip Baker Hall, is that his name?
Yeah.
He is so good.
Is he in any other P.T.A. films?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in Magnolia.
I'm talking about like from now till.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Because I did really like his.
Also
died.
him.
Oh, did he?
No. I just made that up.
Okay.
He's like wheelchair bound now.
Is he retired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
also him in what's that movie where he's the president?
Yeah.
In
Secret Honor.
Yeah. He's so good in that movie.
That's an incredible performance.
In every movie he's in, he's so good. But
okay. So John C. Reilly, but after that scene, it kind of it looks like you're watching John C. Reilly slowly get into the role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, like, you know what I mean. But personally, I don't want to watch him get into the role during the movie.
Yeah.
But for the first like half, I was more connecting to Philip Baker Hall.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I think that's what made it such
like,
a great
this guy's so
movie. Is
good.
you're focused on this one character, but then you start going on, and then the hotel room scene happens, and
also the movie just doesn't end. Mm-hmm. It kind of just ends.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It literally doesn't resolve anything, which that's kind of sad. But
no, what was the second?
I love the journey.
Is
Of that
Boogie
movie.
Nights
Boogie
his
Nights.
second movie?
Yeah.
It's crazy that's his second movie.
But-
That seems like something.
But the step
Like
up,
Yeah.
the
That's
step up
later-
from Hard
late
Nights
career, like,
Okay.
it's
a master late
Boogie
career.
Nights?
It's crazy.
Boogie Nights is like, you would expect Boogie Nights to be like, he's worked his entire career to create the magnum opus.
yeah.
But that's just his second movie.
But then he just rolls in and is like, yo, what's up?
and then he does better with.
Yeah.
So the only problem I had was with Mark Wahlberg at the start. It's because I also felt the same way I felt about John C. Reilly.
I think that the whole way through I'm like, this is great.
But the story was incredible.
Yeah.
You know who I love?
I think Mark Wahlberg killed it.
Oh.
He did.
Mark
He
Wahlberg.
really
The whole
did.
time.
No, he was great.
Also, that's like his best performance ever.
Ever.
By a mile.
Isn't that crazy? Because I think it's one of his first.
Yeah.
Like
And
one of
he,
his first.
He really deeply regrets doing that. He's like, I hope God will forgive me
For what?
for doing that
Oh.
movie, Boogie Nights.
Oh my
He's
god.
such a...
Okay. Let's talk about John C. Reilly in that.
Can we talk about Mark Wahlberg's cock? Oh yeah, Persona had a cock.
I honestly
when
missed that.
when it's doing the montage at the very
Oh,
beginning, he like
yeah.
flashes a cock for like
Really?
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Two
I did
frames.
not notice that.
So the first time I watched Persona, on maybe like Friday, like I started it,
Yeah.
and I was eating breakfast, and the opening scene I was like, yeah, maybe I just won't, maybe I'll save it for later.
Because of the frame of the cock.
And then there was like, what the fuck was happening with the lamb? I was like, this is weird.
I think the nail in the hand really.
Yes, I was like, yeah, that's the moment. Right after that, I was like, yeah, no, I can't continue.
The
this.
cock and then the nail in the hand.
Yeah,
It's great.
Okay, John C. Reilly in Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
I think
he's
amazing.
great. I think
they're
he's
all
perfectly
amazing.
cast there.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that whole movie was perfectly cast.
I think the scene near the end where they're trying to get drugs and the guy,
Yes.
this little Chinese man, is throwing firecrackers on the ground. That's like actually one of my favorite scenes.
I had
ever.
no idea what you're because
Yeah.
I read your review before I watched the
Yeah.
movie, and so I'm waiting and that scene finally comes and it was everything I wanted it to
Yeah.
be. Because every single time he throws a fucking firecracker,
It's like-
everyone,
it's like
everyone
shit.
jumps
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
time.
I love.
And then there's like coked up guys playing
Oh.
Jesse's
Who was
girl.
it? It was
It's
it
awesome.
was Alfred. And, what's his last name? And
Molina.
but holy shit, that casting was insane.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
loved him.
perfect. That movie's like so good.
And then he was
And
my
the
favorite.
soundtrack.
No, he was my favorite story in Magnolia at the start, but as it went
Who?
on, John C.
That's him.
Reilly, because
Yeah.
his scene at the beginning where
He's
he's
such
fighting
a
the old
dunce in that
Yeah,
movie.
I love him in that.
when
movie.
he's
great.
when he's fighting the African American female.
Magnolia is my favorite.
That shit is hilarious.
I love Magnolia. I
Yeah.
love it so much.
Yeah, it's
I'm
actually it's kind of crazy how
I'm
well it
so
works.
happy Tom
Yeah.
Cruise did not have a bigger part.
Yeah, I thought.
I kind of wanted more Tom Cruise because I love the character
Yeah.
so much.
I think he. I mean, that's obviously, easily his best role.
performance.
But do you tame the cunt?
Do I tame the cunt?
That's the best thing to take away from the movie. I texted you after and I said, "Tame the cunt, respect the cock," or
What the fuck are you
something.
talking about?
That's literally what he says. It's awesome.
Yeah.
No, the opening sequence of Magnolia, best opening ever of all time ever.
I could see that.
Where they're just
Definitely. It's definitely in my top 5.
Yeah.
Magnolia's insane. They also, oh my god,
It's so good.
the one guy.
I want to rewatch it right now.
Luis Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about this
I
guy.
love this guy.
He's in so many movies.
Yeah.
But when he appears in P.T.A. movies,
He's always a side character.
but it's such a great side character
Yeah.
because he's the dick on the show.
I also like how they just like all 3 of the people in Magnolia on the show, Louise and whoever the other 2 are just themselves. Like he just plays Louise Guzman.
Yeah.
I love that.
He was also great in Punch Drunk Love.
Yes.
Man, the direction in Magnolia.
It's some of the best directing I've ever seen.
Yeah, like the way, like it's so hard to like time, because like it'll like intercut between like the most intense moments of each of these stories.
Yeah.
Like to time that, I don't know how to describe it, but like do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It also has some of the best editing by far.
The editing.
Yeah.
Who edited that movie? Who edited that movie?
Let's see.
Bro. Oh my god.
Who edited that
Let's
movie?
go to
'Cause they
Craig.
need a.
You know who I really love? William H. Macy in his movies.
I really love William H. Macy.
So
I love the part in Boogie Nights where he just shoots his wife.
and then blows his brains out.
That was crazy.
So the guy who edited it was Dylan Tickenor.
He knows what to do with Paul Thomas Anderson movies.
Yeah.
But he just does some other crazy shit, I guess.
But I think with P.T.A. what I like the most is he writes his movies by himself with no help. He is
Yeah.
he's a phenomenal writer.
He's kind of a phenomenal everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So is he in your top
5.
not top 3?
No.
He's in my top 3.
Is your
That's fair.
well, because your third favorite is Tarantino?
I don't know.
Yeah, you always come back on that third one. You never know which one it is. Because I
Yeah.
remember asking you.
Kind of shifts around.
You can tell me top 2, but you cannot tell me the third.
Top 2 cemented.
I don't have a top 3.
But he's in there.
He's in there. and if you ask me, just directors I like, I will almost always default to
I think Tarantino's in there as well.
to Tarantino,
Yes.
P.T.A. and Wes Anderson.
But I think Tarantino's a given.
You got to get into Wes Anderson.
I'm gonna do that next, but I'm really because I want to watch his chronologically too, and I'm not excited for Rushmore or.
I really want to. I don't know where to find Rushmore because they don't have Disney Plus.
You haven't seen Rushmore?
No, that's the only one I haven't seen.
You can borrow mine if you want. You can watch it.
You have it?
Yes.
On what? Blu-ray?
Disney Plus.
Oh
You
shit!
can borrow my account if you want.
Zing!
Yeah, because I watched Jungle Cruise last night.
All of his things.
Let's go.
I had so much fun with Did you watch Jungle Cruise?
No shot.
Jungle Cruise is surprisingly competent.
It was so much fun. It was such a fun Disney movie.
Your
'Cause
least favorite actor is Tom Cruise?
No,
Right. Well,
he's not my least. I don't like him.
but anyway, you don't like him.
Yeah.
My least favorite actor is
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I love
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
He's on the board right there.
He's so likable.
Hey,
He's so likable. How could you not like that Hawaiian husk of a
are you
man?
being sarcastic?
Musk.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I like.
Okay, yeah, 'cause I actually-
He has so much charisma.
He does. I think he's a great actor, but he also gets that from the WWE.
He's kind of like the opposite of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Where Arnold Schwarzenegger is not a great actor, but he chooses
Yeah.
baller movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson is a good actor
But
in
chooses-
shit movies.
But they're not always shit. They're fun. He chooses fun. Like, did you watch the new Jumanji?
No. Oh yeah, I did.
Not the one with.
My family made me.
But just the
Same with
twin-
Jungle Cruise. My family made me watch that too.
Jungle. Oh my god.
I didn't hate that though.
Your family has bad taste. My mom watched Dune with me at the time. She loved it. You gotta
we
watch
were-
Dune.
I know. We were gonna go, and then he kind of just copped out on me. My dad loves the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Those are his bread and butter.
What I will say about the Marvel movies,
Is they're fantastic.
there is nothing more fun than watching a big Marvel movie in theaters day one. Like,
I wish I
Infinity War?
did that with yeah.
Yeah, Infinity War and
I
Endgame.
watched Endgame
So fun.
day after it came out at 11 o'clock at
Mhm.
night on a school night.
Right.
Me and my dad got home at 2 o'clock. The
Yeah.
experience of watching that in theaters is so different.
Watching it in theaters, a packed theater, day one, is like it's so fun. Everybody's going crazy.
Yeah.
In Endgame, when Iron Man died,
Yeah.
it was like silent, and then you hear a girl at the very front start like bawling her brains out. It's just so fun. Like there's so much energy in there.
Because
right?
I think the MCU community
Yeah.
might be one of the best
Yeah. Well, in
as a
terms of-
group of people.
yeah, they're not too horrible. I feel like.
No.
Like Star Wars fans, they're pretty
Yeah.
awful.
There's a lot of really just terrible. I feel like it's maybe because it's just very family friendly.
Did you watch Shang-Chi?
I did.
I watched Shang-Chi last night. So it was great. The fight scenes were awesome,
Yeah.
but the CGI
Oh,
was just awful. I didn't
Is it
like
one of
it.
those where like there's too much CGI?
Way
I
too
feel like they
much.
ran out of like they just were like and the final act is just like the whole thing is CGI. I think every single moment.
And I
Because
like
because the point of it is that they're going to this like alternate universe kind of like they're going into this different dimension
yeah,
that's all like crazy
Chinese.
Chinese and so it's super bad. Like it looks really bad.
But I went into it thinking, hey, 2021 Marvel movie, the CGI is gonna be fantastic.
yeah, because yeah.
But I found it extremely noticeable, and I don't usually like that with CGI.
What was the budget on this movie? 150 million. Yeah.
And I think all of that went into CGI.
There's a lot of great the beginning. No, they really run out of money. You can tell they really run out of money.
Yeah.
Because the train fight, like a lot of that CG, but you don't notice.
But
It's more subtle.
The
I
mother
guess.
and father fight,
Yes.
as good as it was, the CGI was too
well,
much.
okay.
I want to watch
okay.
it. Oh.
I'm gonna defend that first fight. It's very. I haven't even seen the movie, but Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh! I thought you were talking about Shang-Chi.
It's very like old. I loved all of the one-on-one kung fu fights, but
Yeah.
I feel like there wasn't enough. I
Yeah.
also feel like you know, like the Death Dealer. What's his name? Death Dealer. He's like the dude with the mask that just like gets ganked. He's like there the whole movie. He doesn't say anything, and then the final act
Oh,
he just
yeah.
gets like, killed. It's like, what the- There's like he was so I was so wasted, and so same with the sister. I think like
Yeah.
I think there should have been more one-on-one duels.
Yeah.
That would have been, and then it would have been really good.
You should get caught up on
Also-
the MCU movies.
I thought Aquafina was really unfunny.
She was so annoying.
Yeah.
In the end, I kind of warmed up to her, but like close to the end.
I
Yeah.
kind of like my main reason. One, it's like a Marvel movie taking Asian action influence. Like
Yeah.
I just like that.
But it's
idea.
actually like
and also
done perfectly.
the villain Tony Lund the villain, like
No.
The dad? Is that
Are
what you're
you
sort of
talking about Ben Kingsley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
He's not
I
a villain.
love him. So
what
I'm
else
like,
is he in?
he hasn't been in any American, like this is an
Yeah.
American debut. And it's like, yo, that's sick.
You'd like
He's
it
great.
because of how much Chinese is actually. There's more Chinese spoken than English.
My
Really?
dad really loved it because he had a friend that's Chinese. He has a friend that's Chinese. And they would watch all these like crazy kung fu
Yeah.
movies, and he said that it just was a lot like that.
Yeah.
Those crazy kung fu. So I have a lot of respect for it in that regard.
But I think it's like the first new phase 4 MCU movie that really caught me. And I'm
Yeah.
now excited.
I'm really surprised how bad the reception is for Eternals.
Yeah.
Cause it's from like
Yeah.
a really critically acclaimed director.
You don't
I think-
have to watch it though, right? Because if not,
I
I,
don't know.
will not.
It's just no. It's
I'm
like
just really. I was expecting it to be like one of the higher rated ones.
Yeah.
There are a lot of big actors like.
well, I
Angelina
think it's
Jolie and
because it's distinctly different from
shit. the MCU.
the MCU. Like it feels very different.
But it doesn't matter, right?
But
the movie itself does not matter to the rest of the MCU.
they are characters that will show up in the MCU.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it takes place before, like long before.
No, it takes place.
Oh, that's right, because I was seeing memes like, where were these guys when?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so it's yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it.
You should make an MCU list.
I was gonna ask what are your favorite MCU movies?
Oh,
Because mine's Logan, I think.
Yeah.
that's not MCU. Dick.
It's not MCU at all. I thought that was a joke. Infinity War is
It's
the
Marvel,
best, right? Can we say Infinity War is the best?
No, it's
Marvel?
5th on my list.
Endgame is way worse than Infinity.
That's not true at all.
It is true.
No.
It's worse. It's not like
No.
I think I gave Infinity War a
well.
8 out of 10,
Eight.
and I gave Endgame a 6 out of 10.
Here's the thing. With Endgame,
Really?
yeah. Well, the issue with Endgame is the first 2/3 of the movie is them just
Dicking around.
winning and dicking around and just like cruising. They're just cruising. They are literally cruising.
What I love about Infinity War is like there is not a shred of time wasted.
Yeah.
It's like it's just constant like.
Okay, I
Endgame
can
is
agree.
like it's 3 hours long, but it could be cut down to less time than.
I
Infinity
can agree
War.
that Infinity War, the more, because I just rewatched all the MCU like right before I got letterboxd,
Yeah.
and I watched them all in chronological order.
Right.
So I started with
Do you think the earlier specifically Avengers aged really poorly, or did you like it on rewatch?
well, I still liked them on rewatch because I just love the movies.
I think. Well, I didn't realize how campy it was because
Isn't
it
it?
ages like milk on a
Oh.
radiator.
Yeah.
Does it?
It does. It's very camp. Like if you go in knowing it's like the campiest thing in the world, you'll probably have a great time.
So it's different if we're talking favorites and best. My the best in my opinion is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay. Yeah, that's up there.
I like that one. Thor Ragnarok is amazing.
But that has to be objective. Objective. What do you call it?
What are you on about?
What the hell are you talking about?
Thor Ragnarok is insane.
Yeah, it's
It's
My favorite MCU movie is Ant-Man and the Wasp.
that's funny. It's the most bland movie.
It's actually.
Yeah.
it's really just not.
Oh yeah,
needed.
call back to the first episode. Last night I think I caught my family watching Red Notice.
Nice.
It was pretty
I'm gonna
awesome.
watch it tonight.
It's pretty great.
Tell us how uninspired it is.
I
Yeah, but it's
refuse to watch
it's
it.
The Rock
Yeah,
and Ryan
100%.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't have high hopes or anything. I just
I love it's the most generic thing I've ever seen. I think.
you watched it?
No, the trailer.
Oh yeah. I haven't even
watched
seen
the
the trailer.
after like editing it. I was like, wow, he was not lying.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Doctor Strange is up there.
That's a good one.
I have the original Iron Man up there because it's just
Put some respect on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
My worst take is Thor. The first Thor is not.
The first Thor sucks. The
But-
first two Thors blow ass.
Well, the second one's important.
No.
Yeah, because you
How?
see the red Infinity Stone.
Then every single movie in the first phase is important. You pretty much don't have to watch it.
You don't have to know.
Even in Endgame where he goes, talks to his mom or whatever after whatever the hell happens in that movie. I have no idea. I have literally no idea what happens in Thor 2.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
it's
I think I actually I stopped watching it halfway through. I think I gave up on Thor.
Yeah.
On Thor: The Dark World. I'm not gonna lie.
it's bad. It's a bad one.
I hate how Ant-Man was originally supposed to be directed by Edgar Wright.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
Nope.
and then Marvel didn't give him any creative control, so
he quit.
so he quit.
I like Edgar Wright. I've only
He
seen,
could have made like the best Marvel movie.
Yeah.
but I still kind of like Ant-Man. It's such a fun
Yeah, the
Marvel
first
movie.
Ant-Man
The first one's
movie-
I
fine.
gave it
Fine.
5 out of 10.
The first Ant-Man?
Two
I
and a
think
half?
it's alright. Have you guys seen this crazy search up Ant-Man Quantumania logo? There's this crazy ass logo. Like, what the hell is this design? Like, straight up. Oh my god.
I'm excited for that one.
Look at this. How are you supposed to read that? No, actually tell me.
Whoa! What the hell? That's real?
Yeah, well, there's this.
Yeah,
Right, which is what they initially
I've
showed.
seen that one.
That's when they revealed
Oh fuck!
it.
It's called Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumanium.
And so then there's
Oh
this.
my god!
Like, how are you supposed to understand this?
That was drawn by a blind man.
Yeah. So, I'm
That's
excited
awesome.
for Jonathan Majors as Kang the. Have you seen Loki?
Yeah,
When I was in children.
Yeah.
He's great in that.
I liked it.
The
I liked. I gave Loki a 5 or 4. Sorry, 4 out of 5. 4 out of
I agree.
4 to 5.
I think I did that too.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier is so far the worst series.
Yeah.
Are you gonna watch Hawkeye?
I will. I'll try it out.
Is that supposed to be a movie or a show?
Show. It's a little series, but I don't like.
Are they important? Are the shows important?
Yes.
Loki and
WandaVision's pretty. Important.
WandaVision is.
So if you don't have Disney Plus, you're fucked.
Yep.
You can borrow.
So
my
Disney is like they're actual assholes.
They've always been.
Yeah, but like they are making you pay for their service in order to understand what's happening.
But it's insane if you don't have Disney.
That's
Plus.
it. No, Disney Plus is dog shit.
It's really
Disney Plus
not.
is incredible if you have kids.
Yeah, but I don't have kids.
Or
the mind of a kid.
And now it's not even bad. It's actually pretty good because they
if you have the mind of a kid,
put
it's fun.
Fox on there and everything.
Did you know I've seen 42 Adam Sandler films? Punch Drunk Love hopped up to my 8th favorite movie. Let's talk about Spider-Man quick.
Spider-Man.
Have you seen them all?
I've only seen the Homecoming.
No, dipshit.
Oh,
I'm talking about the old ones too.
Oh.
Like Tobey Maguire.
I saw them before I had taste. I literally don't even remember them.
So I watched them like 2 months ago. I watched all of them. The Tobey Maguire ones, even
they
though
don't
they
seem
aged,
like they'd age well. Yeah.
So yeah, even though they aged poorly, they're still my favorite.
Well, they're really fun and campy.
Yeah.
But I think
There's
Tobey
certain
Maguire is the
movies.
best Spider-Man, and I stand by that.
Yeah. I like Toby.
But a lot of people think that's an L take. A lot of people say Tom
L.
Holland, but I just.
I'll take, man. Plus ratio.
Plus, why be better?
Okay, who's the best Spider-Man?
I think Tobes.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's a perfect. Okay. A lot of people
I
actually
think Tom Holland's better.
A lot of people don't like Tom Holland because he's not really Peter Parker. He's like a weird mix of the.
But he's a
Miles.
Spider-Man.
But I think that it works really well in the MCU.
You know what's crazy?
I think they did a good job with Tom Holland.
You know what's crazy? Andrew Garfield isn't a bad Spider-Man.
No, but
Also, Zendaya's hot. So.
Yeah, she's really hot.
She was
So anyway,
good. She was good in Malcolm and
anyway.
Marie.
So, what are your top 5 celebrity crushes?
No, I do not like Andrew Garfield. I think he's a piece of shit.
I think
he's a really good actor.
Yeah,
I think he's a
I
phenomenal
don't like him
Peter
as
Parker.
Spider-Man.
In the Social Network.
Here's the issue with Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker, is that for the Peter Parker he plays, he's way too hot. he's like this really hot guy who's like super smart and he makeshifts all these crazy things and he skateboards and he's cool as hell. And you're supposed to
Be a
pretend
nerd.
that he's a nerd loser. It's like no, he's a hot.
But
ass
you can also argue that with Tom Holland though. He's also hot as fuck.
Yeah, but like he's like Stark Boy. He's like a cool ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that
With Andrew Garfield, I agree. He was
miscast in the amazing in that world.
Yeah.
Remember when they were supposed to make that a series?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Like a show?
No, like a
Or like a trilogy?
yeah.
The second one isn't as bad as people say.
I couldn't watch it when it came out. I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
So here's a hot take. Okay, what's the best Andrew Garfield movie? Let's do that.
I've only seen Spider-Man 1.
Social Network.
What if I said mine was Hacksaw Ridge?
I would say that's a bad take.
L take plus ratio plus.
Is it actually
Plus
not
might be
take
better,
though?
plus
Have
it
you
would.
seen it?
No.
Hacksaw Ridge. I
Pretty
feed off
cheesy.
that. Those war movies shit.
Cheesy,
You
though.
do.
Oh, that's the other movie I watched when I watched Dunkirk. Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
Hmm.
War is probably my favorite genre.
Not a big fan.
I think.
I'll take.
Well,
Ratio. Why be better?
Yeah.
You should put a picture of young boy whenever we say that.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, war.
War movies.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Say it again.
Take that out, please.
No, I'm keeping that in.
What's the best war movie besides Inglourious Bastards?
Schindler's List.
Besides Schindler's List.
Saving Private Ryan.
Besides Saving Private Ryan.
Fuck you.
Anything that's not a 5. Like, okay, what's...
Apocalypse Now?
Yeah, probably.
It's also a 5.
Yeah, but
What's the best thing that's not the best?
What's your best?
Okay, I get it. It was a bad question.
You're an idiot.
I think there's just not much you can do with the war that hasn't
It's
already
hard.
been done.
Yeah.
I get that. But if you can make a movie like Come and See...
Have you guys all seen 1917?
Yeah. I loved it.
I liked it a lot when I watched it, and now I don't as much.
But a lot of people say it's only good because they did the one take.
Yes.
Well, also they were hyping up the one take, but it just cuts right in the middle.
Yeah,
It does?
Just cuts to black. It's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah, he's like chilling,
I
and
didn't
then
notice that.
he gets knocked out. The guy gets knocked out, and he's just like, cut to black. I'm like, what?
Oh, I do. I didn't really care
the whole
about
gimmick-
that.
gimmick. So the whole gimmick isn't actually real.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a 2-take movie, but it's still.
I mean, obviously it's not all filmed in one take, but like, come on, bro, just make it seem like it is. Like you weren't doing the whole time.
Do you like the Birdman thing? Where have you seen Birdman?
Yeah, I have.
You know, like when they had to like pass a lot of time.
Yeah.
They like did they did like a fake time lapse thing. Like they could have done that.
Yeah, and it would have been.
Like you could just
Is Birdman
CGI some.
You should watch Birdman.
Yeah, it's
Birdman
really
good?
good.
Did you give it 4.5?
Yeah, I think so.
I watched it like
It's really jazzy. And
I watched it-
Sick as fuck.
yeah, I watched it as I was gaining taste, and I loved the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And I want to watch it again.
I tried watching it before I had taste, and I didn't like it, and then I had taste, and I really liked it. So
Yeah.
it should be good.
Yeah.
So should we go on to the recommendation?
Yeah, let's do that.
Recommendation.
It is Logan's week. What's your recommendation?
It's your week at the end.
I'm cutting this out.
Wait. Okay, guys, I'm gonna reenact what the movie's about. Okay.
Okay.
So it goes like.
It's a western. It's a western. Dead Man. Dead Man.
It's a Chinese romance movie that's on Netflix called Us and Them or something like that.
You don't even know the name.
It's Us and Them or Us versus Them. It's on Netflix.
I
It's
do?
like a Netflix original. No. Yeah, Us and Them.
You sure?
Yep. 2018.
Huh.
Okay.
This is an interesting pick.
It
Yeah.
is.
I was not expecting this from you.
What type
Huh?
of Asian is it?
Chinese. So I said it's a Chinese film.
Please shut up.
It's actually Taiwanese. Taiwan.
Oh, I searched up where it was and it's a Chinese film. So I was like,
Oh yeah,
okay.
because China.
Because China doesn't, yeah.
So Us and Them, 2016,
2018.
2018,
Idiot.
Netflix.
Sort of.